Well, hey there team, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the life and suffering of Sir Brante. Oh, I suppose there's even more to the title. In times of the fall of the blessed Archnean Empire. Okay, well there's a mouthful. So we're revisiting this today. I had a look at it, well, about a year ago when there was, I think it was a demo build, and then we had a bit of a play, and I remember quite liking this. I think the art style is really interesting. It is a visual novel, which I can be touch and go about. I'm not necessarily just going to sit here and rant, but not denying that visual novels can be fun and great forms of entertainment, but sometimes I do question whether they strictly count as a game, especially in the extreme examples of where they're basically a PowerPoint presentation. But regardless, I'm happy to have a look at this. I recall the writing and all that being quite involved and quite interesting. And I thought, yeah, this seems as good a time as any to come back and have a bit of a revisit. So I suppose let's start fresh. New game. Into your character's name. Sir Brante. I like that. Choose your name carefully. Other characters will address you exactly like this. Well, as long as they don't forget the bloody Sir, we'll be fine. Now, what's this? Disabled Iron Man mode. Consequences open or hidden. Choose the option if you want to discover the results of your decision, only overtake it. Look, these are the defaults, so we're going to play the defaults. You hold the fate of a single man in your hands. You will follow his life from birth to death. Your choices shall define who Sir Brante will grow out to be. You will decide his personality, social status, and what marks he'll leave on history. With every step he takes at your behest, Sir Bronte's character will change and evolve. Your decisions will close some doors for him, but open many others. Okay, this is what I talk about all the time. The developer splash screen, more indies should do it, especially if they're doing unusual mechanics. Tell the player, break the fourth wall, set them up so they know what they're in for. The world of Sir Bronte's birth is a ruthless realm, where people are divided into estates. It is hard to be a hero here. Be ready to accept that Sir Brante cannot overcome every challenge in his path. Every hard choice will test his character and personal qualities. Often you will not be able to make the choice that you would like to do. It may happen because you chose a different road earlier, exhausted your hero's willpower, or haven't earned the right position in society. Okay, cool. Every victory will be a struggle, a path paved with bitter losses and gut-wrenching failures. Accept the tragedy. This is how you will create a gripping and unique tale for your hero. What will become of your Sir Brante, his loved ones, and his world? It all depends on you. Okay, I'm in. I'm keen. I like that a lot.
The story of my life remains written on these pages.
Wonderful.
But my fate has always been my own. Every deed, every choice, every person I met made me what I am. Could I have taken a different path?
Well,
could I have found
it's very existential, isn't it?
Altered the very course of history? And what price would I have to pay?
It's a bit too early in the morning for me to dissect that too much. You pull on that thread, you start to ask yourself if choice is actually a thing. If you are a product of your surroundings and your the outer impulses onto you, then were you always going to make that choice regardless, which affects your following choices. But I said I wasn't going to go into it, so let's leave that. At the end of time, chapter 1, your fingers are stained with ink. Your breath grows ragged and your hands are shaking. Yet the words begin appearing on the page before you, one by one, clinging together to form a chronicle of your own life. Who are you, and how did you reach this end? You were born, raised, and lived your entire life in the blessed Archnean Empire. In this land, a man's destiny is predetermined at the moment of his birth. Whether human or Archnean, nobleman, priest, or low-born commoner, all bend to the divine will of the twin gods. And each life is naught but a single cog in the universe's immeasurable machine. The memories come flooding back, They engulf you as a merciless wave, binding together days that are thrice dead and gone. The dreams of your childhood, your adolescence, your youth spent in the capital. Years of peace teeming with life and a war drenched in blood. High ranks and lowly deeds, opulent palaces, secretive city backstreets, fields of battle, and faces, so many faces, of the people that you held dear, the people who walked this road by your side. Such was your life, now all exposed by ink erupting onto the page. With your every step, you sought to change the world as you saw fit. The choices of your upbringing, the path you carved in your youth, the fruits of your struggle, the consequences of your sacrifice, all of it led you here to the end of your time. And every choice has a price. Now, years and years later, the crossroads of your life echo in your memory, the pain and joy inextricably intermingled. Could you have taken a different path? Chosen a different calling? Found a different place in the world? You had the power to alter the very course of history. Now, on the verge of death, you struggle with doubt, seeking answers to the last and most crucial question of all. Your life, of all the paths in life, why did you walk this one? Did you choose your own fate? Or was your life shaped by forces beyond your control? Or, I don't know, like a player? What determines a man's destiny? Well, that's cool, actually. We did brush on that. The man himself, the world around him, a higher power, there is no destiny. I lean towards that, but the game's sort of meta asking me. I'm all for role-playing the character, but they're sort of asking me, the player, right? Your path was charted for you by the people, the age, and the society in which you lived. I think there's some truth to that, for sure. At the end of time, your final hours in this world are upon you, and you close your eyes. In your mind's eye, you see them once more, the faces of your family, your friends, your foes, your underlings, and your rulers. One after another, you recall the events that changed you forever. And in that moment, you know the truth. You are a part of this world. You are its flesh and blood. Your family, your hometown, your empire, they all made you what you are. Your destiny was the sum total of your upbringing, your social status, other people's choices, and the age in which you lived. But are you right about this? Is it all true? To learn the truth, you will have to return to the very beginning, remembering every step you took along the way. On these pages, the story of a man named Brante will live once more. Let's go. It's a good setup. It's great writing. It's a treat to read. Childhood, 0 years. Yeah, because we can bloody remember that, especially when you got Alzheimer's on death's door. But let's just go with it. Chapter 1, Childhood. Okay. Childhood, where life begins. First words, first unsteady steps. You are but a small child learning about the world in which you were born. To you, everything is so new, so baffling, so unforgiving. A long, trying life stretches before you. So many feats and faults, so many fateful choices to come. Yet you are already sowing the seeds of your future self. You are learning to live and survive in this world, looking for a place within it to call your own, choosing your future destiny. Who will you grow up to be? Good questions. Prologue, growing up. In chapters childhood, adolescence, and youth, you will live through your hero's coming of age. You will shape the protagonist's personality, his qualities, and relationships. By the end of prologue, you will determine the estate and future occupation of your hero. Only in adulthood will he start to influence the world around him, and even the ultimate fate of the Empire. Who will Brante grow up to be? It is your call. Okay, I like that. Like I said, for all the beautiful writing and art, and just I find that it's very well put together and quite compelling this early, and I can't help but understate this fourth wall breaking meta conversation that the developers will just sort of openly have with you and say, hey, just remember, game's a bit weird. Keep that in mind. And I like it. There should be more of this. Okay. We covered all this. Personal life. Events happen. Events in the personal life of the hero that can change in this chapter. Oh, okay. I don't know what. Okay. Yep. It's a bit spoilery, isn't it? Your personal qualities at this age, they determine which choices you make. I'm spineless and inattentive. It's a bit tragic. Ready for action and untouched by death. The sections that open in this chapter. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. Begin chapter. Well, let's bloody disco. The year is 1118. Birth. At first there was nothing. No time, no sensation, and nothing but darkness and void. But then a will breathed life into nothingness. Matter and spirit were set in motion, and history began its march. It was your turn to enter this world. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Your first memory. You are lying on your back, blinded by a bright white light. Who would remember this shit? You are not alone. Above you tower colossal figures of those who created you. You are part of them, and they are a part of you. Between you and them is an inexplicable connection, a strong and unbreakable link. They will always watch over you, guard you, and protect you. It hurts to breathe. You let out the pain in the form of a desperate scream. Your creators extend their hands toward you. There are two of them. The one who made your form from their own selves and brought you into this world. Or the ones, sorry. They are united, yet as they lean closer, you begin to see how different that they are. You can already feel their differences within you, struggling against each other. The first figure is soft and emphatic, wise and merciful. The love that emanates from it wraps you head to toe like an invisible blanket. The warmth from it is never ending. The second figure is strong and powerful, commanding and noble. It is harsh but fair, a beacon of guidance, a force for protection, and merciless punishment for every misdeed. Yet there is also a third figure. It is like a shadow barely seen behind them, yet already pulsing with an unbreakable will to live. It is the very will to live that is now growing ever stronger within you. A soft open palm, strong closed fist, a lingering distant shadow. You struggle to loosen the swaddling clothes wrapped around you and extend a tiny hand into the world. Reach out to the fist. That's going to be daddy. Smile at the shadow. None of that bloody emo nonsense. No mummy issues here, but let's go with daddy issues. Look at it. Of course, he's got a Chad stash as well. Correct decision. First decision of the game, correct. The fist is stiff, of course, and even unpleasant to the touch, but this firm hand belongs to your father. The tiny newborn, you are helpless before the full-grown man. Your little hand practically challenges him and his strength, and he accepts the challenge. Oh, good. Your father's fist opens. His hand strokes your little hand gently, if somewhat awkwardly. It is a tender gesture, a glimpse into something he will seldom let show in the years to come. Oh, here we go, jamming up my determination. Yeah, good. Okay, birth, that's me. And I exploded, apparently. Your life in this world begins. How will you live it? Well, as a baby, apparently. All right, baby simulator, let's go. I'm 1 year old. Geez, that was quick. Hide and seek. As the days go by, you learn to tell your parents apart. You recognize father by his heavy breath and strong, cold hands. He visits you rarely. Robert Brante. Well, hello there, little Gronk Brante. Ah, very cool. What can we learn about dad? Relations, +2 sympathy. A nobleman of the mantle and a judge of the Anizot prefecture. Following in the footsteps of his father Gregor, he earned a noble title and a position at the prefecture. He works tirelessly in his judicial service for the sake of his family. He took your lowborn mother Lydia as his second wife, thereby jeopardizing the family's noble future. Oh, daddy, you naughty boy. Does he have 2 wives, or did the first wife die? That's probably more likely, right? Mother's tender voice, however, follows you day and night. Lydia Brante. My, you're growing so quickly, my child. Okay. A humble commoner from the outskirts of Anazot. Neither her lowly origins nor the fact that your grandfather directly forbade the marriage stopped your father from taking her into his home. She now manages the household and raises Robert's children, plural. Your mother is devoted to her faith and insists that her children observe their lots. Okay, as in like your lot in life. There are 2 more children in the family, named Stefan and Gloria. Gloria sings songs to you. She often dresses you in tight clothing and gently holds your hands as you learn to take your first steps. Stefan likes to sweep you up and pinch you and toss you into the air. Oh, look, this is your brother and sister. Oh, thanks, Mum. All right, Stefan. Yeah, you're my little brother. We're going to play together, but I'll always be in charge because you were born a commoner. Oh, wow. I guess we've taught him to be a piece of shit immediately. Robert Bronte's son from his first marriage and a noble by birth. So the first marriage was a noble one. From a young age, he has been striving to be first in all things and demonstrate his superiority to the family. Okay, well, I mean, look, he's ambitious. This is something. Gloria. Be quiet, you. He doesn't understand yet. Come on, baby Gronk. Let's go and play in the yard. Gloria doesn't get a surname. The illegitimate daughter of your mother, Lydia. She has never met her real father. Oh, that is spicy. Her position in the family is precarious. Robert Bronte has never acknowledged her as his own daughter. Well, I mean, she's really kind of not, right? Your sister is a dreamer. She often has her head in the clouds and can act recklessly at times. Okay. Alright, we've got a spicy family unit, that's for sure. Oh, listen to the birds. It is hot outside. You grip your brother's hand with one hand and your sister's with another as they help you walk down the giant stone stairs. Then you sit on the ground and start exploring the sparse blades of grass with your fingers. It tickles. In the sky far above and away, you see a gigantic pillar. A perfectly straight stick made of light. It is so bright it hurts to look at. All right. Why are you staring at the shining pillar? It's not going anywhere, you know, said Stefan. Hey, I want to play hide and seek. He's just a little baby. How's he going to play? Then you hide him and I'll try to find both of you. You have no idea what they are talking about, but you support them with happy cooing. This is strange, but so exciting. Stefan and Gloria glance at each other. Then your brother walks to a big tree, closes his eyes, and starts shouting something. Gloria takes your hand and walks you through the yard. Your sister takes you behind some thick bushes by a tall wall. The light from that light stick on the horizon barely reaches here. You can't see home from this place. The ground is crawling with tiny black bugs. Gloria sits you down on the ground and puts a finger to her mouth for some reason. And then she's gone. You can no longer hear Stefan's voice. Gloria is nowhere to be seen. You feel colder. The bugs are no fun to play with. You've been sitting here for a long time, completely alone. Nobody checks on you. Did they forget about you? Did they abandon you? Cry loudly? No, let's be a hard boy. Find your way home or sit there and wait. Oh, it's telling me my points as well. I want to go home. You get up off the ground and start crawling through the bushes to find your way back home. Let's bloody go. I'm a hard boy from the beginning. You get up on your feet, swaying a little bit. Carefully, you take a first step, then lose your balance and plop down on the ground again. But you are determined. You get up again and keep walking in the direction that Gloria went. You walk out of the bushes and further toward the wall of the house. And then the most tender and gentle of hands in the whole world embraces you and picks you up. Mother has found you. There you are. Here I am. You lean on Mother's chest and hold on to her with your arms. You want her to know that you came here all by yourself, without any help. She pats you on the head. Your brother and sister stand behind her, clearly feeling guilty. Gloria is in tears, and Stefan is staring at his feet. You hug Mother tightly. She is here now. Look at this. Oh, yes. I'm a big little hard baby. Little brick baby. All right, here we go. Look at 2 years. Let's go. I'm flying through childhood. I'm already more successful than my real life counterpart. The Great Descent. Another memory. You are still a little child, but you can already talk and run around on your own. Today is out of the ordinary. Father is busy around the house, giving orders to the servants. Throughout the day, the kitchen has been abuzz with work, and there are solemn, gloomy preparations and candles being lit. Even your older brother Stefan is quiet today. Mother takes your hand and brings you to your sister Gloria. My son, today is the Great Descent. We honor the day when the twin gods descended to us. We must spend this day in reverence to the gods. You are too young to understand, so just do everything that your sister says for now. All right, okay, Mum. I'll be a good little soldier. Gloria takes you to the playroom. There are no toys there, no chairs. Even the carpet has been taken away. There is nothing there but bare wooden floor. It's no fun at all. Today we're not allowed to go to any other rooms, and we'll be eating nothing but gruel and stale bread. On the day of the Great Descent, everyone must be where they belong. Alright, I see how this is unfolding. It is quiet, unusually so. Muffled voices from beyond the door are all that you can hear. You're sitting on the cold floor, confused, with no idea what to do. Then you hear your sister's voice, a lonely sound in the empty room. It is a little song that Mother taught her. You hold your breath as you listen to it. When the twins came down to the earth, they brought lots for every birth. Let us count them, 1, 2, 3. The twins made them for you and me. Nobles rule and bravely fight, they protect us with their might. Priests work hard to understand, guide us by the twins' command. Common people work and toil, always patient and never spoiled. Live your lot where you were born to the day where you pass on. Know your lot and know the prayer, for the twins see everywhere. You're transfixed by the tune. Gloria notices your gaze and a smile creeps across her face. You like the rhyme, don't you, Gronk? Do you know what it's all about? Look, there are 3 lots. They were brought to us by the twins when they descended to us from the shining pillar. Remember that pillar of light on the horizon? That's it. You can see the shining pillar anytime, from anywhere in the world. If you follow your lot as you live, you'll reach the peak of the pillar. And if you don't, you'll get eternal torment at the foot. You and I are lowborn. Mum is a commoner too. So the lot for you and me is to suffer and be patient and work hard. Do you understand? The priests and the nobles have other lots. The nobles fight and rule over everybody, and the priests, well, I'm not really sure what they do, but I guess they talk to the twins and then teach everybody. Oh, fair enough. Gloria stares at you intently. Did you get it, silly? Then she shakes her head and keeps singing the song over and over again. Her voice transfixes you, drawing you in. The room starts to glow like the sky. From this light emerge 2 figures you have known ever since the moment of your birth. One of them embraces your sister's shoulder, the other stands guard behind her back. You watch this happening before your very eyes, unable to turn away. Gloria is swaying to the song, unaware of what is happening. She sings the final verses once more. Know your lot and know the prayer. You feel compelled by this divine sight to express yourself somehow. You feel words condensing within you from the light. What will these words be? Finish the song properly or sing the last line wrong? You shout words of your own instead. Let's go, baby. Let's do it. Early hard stubbornness. Know your lot and know the prayer. The lots of lies told everywhere. Oh. How old am I? Bloody 2? Okay, you shout these words but have no idea how they came to you. The shining pair standing behind her back turn to look at you. You can feel their gaze, piercing you from top to bottom. When the moment passes, they melt into the dim light coming from the window. Now Gloria is staring at you. You see disappointment in her eyes. Gronk, that's not the way the song ends. Why did you ruin it? Arguably, version 2.0 fixed it, but each to their own. You shrug, quite pleased with your cleverness. Oh man, putty in my hands. I'm just making me. So that's wonderful. All right, there we go. Up to 3 years old. Cool. Now. If I press escape, quit to main menu, let's see what happens here. Are you sure you want to quit to the main menu? Your game will be saved automatically. You'll be able to continue from the last scene. Perfect. Okay, that's fine by me. Okay, so the life and suffering of Sir Brante. It's very cool to come back to this. I'm still remembering bits of the story. We only had a little bit of a look at it last time, but hey, if you guys have enjoyed this, make sure you let me know. We may well turn this into a bit of a longer series, because it's a lot of talking, a lot of cotton mouth for me, but I don't mind, actually. I can talk the leg off a chair, and if it's a pleasure to read and an enjoyingly compelling tale, then hey, sign me up. Anyway, team, thanks again for joining me. I might just leave it there for the time being, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.